Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, where we peel back the layers of the world you thought you knew. Today, we're taking a journey to North India. When you picture this region, you might think of Hindi, Punjabi, or Bengali, languages from a massive family called Indo-Aryan. But what if I told you that beneath this linguistic surface lies a much older, almost forgotten story? A story that connects the great cities of the ancient world to tiny, isolated communities still fighting for their voice today. This is the incredible tale of the Dravidian languages, not in their southern heartland, but in the north of India, where they exist as fading echoes of a lost empire. Our story begins with one of the greatest mysteries in archaeology, the Indus Valley Civilization. Flourishing over 4,000 years ago in what is now Pakistan and northwest India, these people built some of the world's first planned cities with advanced sanitation and a script we still can't read. For a century, we've puzzled over what language they spoke, and the most compelling theory, supported by top researchers, is that they spoke a form of Proto-Dravidian. The fact that nearly 250 million people speak Dravidian languages today, mostly in the south, strongly suggests that these languages once covered a much wider area. After the Indus Valley Civilization declined, you might think their language simply vanished. But it didn't. Instead, it became a ghost in the machine of the new languages that arrived. Linguists call this a substratum, a footprint left behind by a language that has been replaced. The oldest sacred texts of Hinduism, the Rig Veda, composed around 1500 BCE, contain more than a dozen words believed to be borrowed directly from Dravidian. Even more telling is the sound of ancient Sanskrit. It has certain sounds, called retroflex consonants. Think of the D and T sounds in many Indian languages made with the tongue curled back. These sounds are a hallmark of Dravidian languages, but they are completely absent in other ancient Indo-European languages like Latin or Greek. This tells us that the early Indo-Aryan speakers and the local Dravidian speakers were in close contact for a very long time, mixing and mingling, their languages influencing each other in fundamental ways. But this story isn't just about ancient history and linguistic ghosts. It's about living people. Against all odds, a few pockets of Dravidian languages have survived in the north, like linguistic islands in a vast Indo-Aryan sea. The most astonishing example is Brahui. Spoken by around 4 million people, mostly in the Balochistan region of Pakistan, it is separated from its closest linguistic relatives in South India by over 1,500 kilometers. That's like finding a community speaking fluent Italian in the middle of Norway. How did they get there? One theory says they are the last remnant of that widespread ancient Dravidian population. Another, more recent theory suggests they migrated north from central India about 1,000 years ago. Whatever its origin, the survival of Brahui is a miracle of cultural resilience. Yet, it's considered endangered, struggling for recognition and survival. Further east, in the hills of central and eastern India, we find two more Dravidian languages, Kurukh and Malto. Spoken by over 2 million people, Kurukh has a rich oral tradition of stories and songs, and their own traditions speak of a migration from the south. Its close relative, Malto, is spoken in smaller communities. Both are considered vulnerable by UNESCO, facing constant pressure from larger regional languages. The story of North India's Dravidian languages is a powerful reminder that history is not a simple narrative of one group replacing another. It's a complex, messy, and fascinating tapestry of fusion and absorption. Today, these surviving languages face an uncertain future. Globalization and the dominance of major languages in schools and media threaten to silence these ancient voices for good. Their struggle is not just about preserving a few unique words. It's about safeguarding a direct link to a past that is far more diverse than we often imagine. They are the living echoes of ancient migrations and lost civilizations, a crucial part of the subcontinent's rich heritage.